I think sometimes it's hard. Most departments still are mostly male, so I think there's sometimes a feeling, at least that I've experienced, a little bit of a boys' club, where I've had coworkers that socialize and hang out a lot outside of work and don't invite some of the female staff.
Through my entire athletic career, I've been playing volleyball since I was 10. I've had one female coach in about 10 years of playing, and that was, I think, the first team I was on in elementary school.
The other thing that really upsets me about my world in general, which is, college athletics, is the double standard with female coaching male teams, and how it's always okay for a male to coach a female team, but nobody will hire a female to coach a male team.
One thing that is different between men and women's sports in an institutionalized setting is, for my sport, volleyball, uniforms play a big role in attendance in our games and everything. A lot of people come to our games because we wear tight-fitting uniforms, spandex, and spandex jerseys as well. So I like to think that people come to our games because we're good, but oftentimes males come to our games because of our uniforms.
I would say probably the biggest thing is, up until probably a couple years ago, there just wasn't the same amount of publicity, and just female athletes in general weren't kind of looked at. And we're still not quite at the same level as male athletes are, but it's something that I think, like I've said, with female athletes, we continue to push to make sure that people recognize and see, yeah, we're just as good, if not better, than the guys.
I hear that there's people stopping in grocery stores to watch it on TV. It's become a phenomenon, and I knew it would.
USA-China, a repeat of the '96 Olympic final. 90,000 people were in attendance, a record for a women's-only sporting event.
Female players receive 44% of what their male counterparts earn. That's despite drawing crowds of similar size.
Matt, I've been on this team now for a decade and a half, and I've been through numerous CBA negotiations, and honestly, not much has changed. We continue to be told we should be grateful just to have the opportunity to play professional soccer and to get paid for doing it. And in this day and age, it's about equality, it's about equal rights, it's about equal pay, and we're pushing for that. And we believe now is the time is right, because we believe it's a responsibility for women's sports, and specifically for women's soccer.
I think it was really big for us as female athletes, and just as a representation of female athletes at Clarkson, to win that national championship. Obviously there was so much pride for all of Clarkson, but I think for us girls it was huge for us to really put us on the map in a sense.
But I have noticed a transition where I am seeing, we'll run pitching clinics, and it used to always be dad catching their daughter, and now I'm seeing more and more moms that are catching their daughters at things like that. So I think there is a transition that's happening, and I think there's been so many more opportunities for women to play sports since Title IX that we are seeing some growth. But at the end of the day, when you look at the demographic age-wise, especially in college athletics, of 21 to 30, there's a high percentage of female coaches, but 30 beyond, it drops way down, because there's still that pressure that if you want a family, you can't do both.
Billie Jean King charges around the court very much like a man.
The world's most famous foot race even attracts a leggy lady, Kay Switzer of Syracuse.
Flojo in 3. Griffith Joyner got a good start. Ashford not so good.
This is scary.
She is limping.
Try to go with Flojo, but no one can go with this girl. She's away and runs 10 by 4.
Very strong is hurt.
I've won the Olympic gold medal. What a fabulous sight.